Hello my friends, Asoka the Geek here, and for this review we're going to take a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Gold Label Target exclusive Cassandra Cain Batgirl. First of all, huge thanks to the fine folks at McFarlane Toys for sending me this for a bit of an advanced review. This is still available on the Target website for pre-order. I will throw a link in the description below. But yeah, so excited for this figure because I love Cassandra Cain. Next to Barbara Gordon, she is my favorite Batgirl. I just loved her look when she first appeared. I think it was in No Man's Land. Didn't really know who she was. I love the sewn-on mask that she has. It was just such a cool character, such a cool design. And then you find out kind of who she was, who she is, and I love her origin. So yeah, very excited for this. Yeah, so without further ado, let's take Cassandra Cain out of the packaging and take a closer look. Alright, so there is Cassandra Cain outside of the packaging. We're going to talk about that beautiful wired cape in a minute, but there is the trading card featuring the artwork of somebody. I'm sorry, I don't know who that artwork is, but there's Cassandra Cain as Batgirl. I like that artwork. It looks like Cassandra Cain from that era. Then here is the data card, talks about her background. And again, the cool thing I love about Cassandra Cain is her mom is Lady Shiva, the deadly assassin. So just love the whole story of Cassandra Cain. I really just like her in the comic books. Even when she came back in Detective Comics a couple years ago with Batwoman. No, they started calling her Orphan, and she had a different suit, I think, in that run, right? I'm getting all mixed together. But I just love the character of Cassandra Cain. And this is my favorite look for her in this classic, you know, Batgirl, but all black with the gold and covered mask. Just love it. Anyways, she comes with a grappling gun in mid, you know, with the grapple shooting out. So that's kind of cool. So there's that. Then she comes with this big batarang. There's the gold batarang there. But yeah, there she is. And I could put in the arm there. Put it in her hand there, but whatever. And then there is the figure itself. All right, well, let me put the accessories in there since I have them out, for God's sakes. Let's put them on there so you can see how they look. Let me get it on off camera. That sounded not so great, but there it is. There she is shooting the gun. I like it. It's a cool, you know, little gimmick there of it, like in mid grapple. Look at that. You can make a fun pose with it. There it is. All right, cool. There's a grapple gun. I'm sorry, I went silent there for a minute. And then there is the batarang, which I dropped on the floor. Hold on a sec. All right, I'm back. There's the batarang. It's a big batarang. You know, that's your big boy right there. You can really deck someone with that batarang, but it's fine. You know, Cassandra Cain isn't really known for a specific weapon, I don't believe. It's not like Tim Drake with his bow or Nightwing with his, is it Eskrima sticks? I think I'm saying that wrong, but yeah. She's known for her fists, for her fighting. She is the daughter of Lady Shiva there. So here's the figure. Now, when this figure was first announced, I was very concerned about the height of the figure because they're using the original Batgirl Barbara Gordon body buck from the very first wave of McFarlane figures for this body, and she is a taller figure. But you know what? Then I posed her next to like the Hush Batman, and she actually looks pretty good next to him. I think because the McFarlane figures have gotten larger over the years, so she now looks pretty good. I still think I still wish they had gone with a smaller buck, maybe created a new smaller female buck. But at the end of the day, I think she looks awesome. You know, especially with this wired cape. Now, one thing I want to point out with the wired cape, I've been fiddling with this quite a bit over the last like 3 weeks. You see, it does start to pop out a little bit, the wire. If you kind of keep fiddling with it, it's not a big deal. You can kind of just tuck it right back in to the cape there, but just kind of be cognizant of that. Just because I've had this happen with all figures, well, not all figures, but a lot of my, you know, from like Mafex and even Mafex, they both have their wired capes end up sort of popping out if you are pretty aggressive with them, which I am, but it's still a really awesome cape. And the way you can kind of have it draping over like this, given the size of her, of being like a slimmer figure, the cape, you can really make some really awesome poses like this where the whole cape is engulfing her. like that. Just really, really dig that. So, yeah, I love the wired cape. But again, just be cognizant of the wire. If you do keep filling with it quite a bit like I have been doing, it will eventually possibly pop out of the cape there. But not a huge concern. I just tuck it back in. And man, look at this cape. This cape makes the figure. It's amazing what a wired cape will do to a figure. How it just immediately upgrades it. And especially with this figure, man, this wired cape was made for a figure like Cassandra Cain. I just love all the different poses you can make with her and this cape. Any Batman figure from this point on, I really hope they all have wired capes, because it's just been awesome having a wired cape on these Batman figures. Now, as for the figure itself, again, this is a body that's been used before. This is the original Barbara Gordon body. I think it still looks really nice. Again, a little bit tall for Cassandra Cain, but it still works. I love the head sculpt there. They nailed that with the sewed on mask. My emblem's got a little smudge on it, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but still, just love the gold around it. The belt, I don't think that is accurate to Cassandra Cain. From what I can remember, no, it's not. Even looking at the card, it was just a straight up pouch. So that's inaccurate, but I still think it looks great. Just, you know, it's a great looking Cassandra Cain figure. And I'll show you in a minute how it looks with some other figures. And I don't think the height isn't an issue for me anymore once I saw her posed. Once I started posing her with some other Bat character figures. But yeah, I just love this figure so much. I mean, again, the wired cape, the all black suit, just, I love kind of wrapping her up like this and doing some poses. I think it's just a really awesome figure. But anyways, let's see how she looks next to a few other Batman figures from McFarlane. All right, my friends. So here is Cassandra Cain next to the Hush Batman and Nightfall Batman. So as you can see, even with the shorter Nightfall Batman, she's still shorter than he is. And she looks really good next to the Hush Batman. I think that's a really good pairing right there. Now, I do wish the Hush Batman, there's a bug flying around in the shed, I'm sorry guys, was bigger. I wish he was more the size of the Nightfall Batman. I ended up going with the Hush Batman, I think, for most of my pictures of the Bat family, just because he is the biggest, the beefiest, and all the characters look pretty right-sized next to him, more or less. Scale is always an issue, right? You have so many different sculptors doing, you know, these figures based on different artwork and different designs. So yeah, it was even with DC Direct and Mattel. It was always a thing. The scale, maybe not so much Mattel, but definitely DC Direct. The scale was all over the place because they had so many different inspirations for their figures and different art styles and things like that. Anyways, that was a tangent. But she still looks good next to both of these. Now, if you had the original Batgirl, the Barbara Gordon Batgirl figure, you could definitely already take her and put her next to these figures just to get an idea of how big she is if you don't have, you know, before you get this figure. But again, final thoughts on this figure. She is awesome. I was definitely concerned with her height before having it in hand, but just the look of the figure, the cape, even though it's on this older body with these annoying balls here on the feet that make him a little hard to stand sometimes, she just looks great. And just all the poses you can make with the cape is just so much fun. Only thing to watch out for is the wire could end up sticking out the more you play with the cape, so just keep that in mind. But again, not a huge deal. But yeah, just a really awesome looking figure. I just dig it so much. I've had so much fun with this one. If you want to see more content of this figure, definitely head on over to my Instagram. I've done some more reels, some photography there. If you have any questions, anything specifically you would like to see with Barbara, I keep saying her name wrong, with Cassandra Cain, please let me know. More than happy to create some additional content for you. And yeah, again, she is available on the Target website right now for pre-order. So yeah, definitely go and pre-order her if you are so inclined. Anyways, that does I can't talk tonight, guys. I'm sorry. For this review, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed my rambling thoughts here, please consider subscribing and have a great day.